Okay, so I recently came across an article. It was an interview from the editor-in-chief of Shonen Jump, I want to say. And in it, he was talking, a good majority of the interview, he was talking about the unusual success of Demon Slayer, how it didn't start off right away popular, how, a lot of the variables that made it popular. But in the interview, there was a line that caught my interest and kind of made me wonder, like, is Shonen Jump secretly, like, feeling some type of way of, like, being in trouble, or what's up with that? I mean, again, in context, it doesn't seem as bad, but nevertheless, I did find it a little bit odd, or I don't know what the word would be, why they would say this line, or why he said this in particular, considering Shonen Jump is jumping off the page nowadays. We got a lot of stuff that are successful. Let's talk about it. Like I said, editor-in-chief of Shonen Jump, he was talking about Kimetsu no Yaiba, aka Demon Slayer, and he was basically saying, like, yo, this is how it became successful, and or just trying to break it down, because in case you haven't heard, it's ridiculous. It's making millions of dollars, 11 mil in a week just the other week. It's popping off beyond belief. So he was trying to break it down and explain to a certain degree what made that happen, and how, the climate is different now. There's so many different avenues to access manga at this particular point. Is not how it used to be. It's not that just because something isn't Shonen Jump is guaranteed to be successful. I mean, we've seen series throughout the years come and go, come and go, come and go. So there's definitely a lot of truth to that. Like, you could be in Shonen Jump, don't mean you're gonna be a big hit. And with some new series that just came out, there's potential. One of my faves of the new stuff is, I think it's called Undead Unluck. I really, really dig that from the first couple chapters I read of it. That's pretty cool. But a line in the interview that he said that kind of made me question things was as follows. This year, Nakano says that Jump still doesn't have enough hits. Although he highlights Chainsaw Man and Act Age as titles that he has high expectations for, he describes Jump's editorial department as, quote-unquote, desperate to create the next hit. He concluded by saying that the magazine launched 3 new titles in January, but it wouldn't be Jump if none of them became a huge hit. Which again, like I said, one of the ones that I'm really excited about is Undead Unluck. That's pretty interesting. The premise is cool and all that, and I'll probably make a video once there's more chapters. I don't like to do premature stuff anymore where there's one chapter and I love it, and then 2 months later it's gone, guys, and I just got you all excited for a manga that had so much potential and Jump threw it out the window. So I'll probably talk about it down the road, but I'm curious as to why they're desperate for the next hit. I mean, I guess maybe it could be a thing of they're always looking for the next hit or whatever, but there's quite a bit of huge series in the magazine. Let's actually take a look at all the manga that is currently running in Shonen Jump. Okay, so at the top, Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, massive success, one of the most successful series in the magazine right now. Very, very successful. So, okay, that's one hit. Dr. Stone, pretty damn popular. I know the manga isn't selling as well as I'm sure they would like it to, but it's still pretty damn popular. I've watched every episode of the anime religiously week after week, and I know that it was pretty up there in terms of popularity and stuff, so we could argue that second hit is, again, nowhere close to where Demon Slayer is at, but it's still relatively successful. Boku no Hero Academia, do I need to say anything massively popular? If only we could get the fandom under control, that'd be awesome. So we got, like, for the most part, 3 hits right there. Then there's a manga called Boku Tachi wa Benkyo ga Dekinai, which I have no idea what series that is, to be honest with you. I may know the series, but I don't know it under that name, so I'm not really certain what that is. Again, yeah. Then Mashley, which is a new series. I think it's called Mashley Muscles and Magic. I haven't checked that one out yet, but it's brand new, so can't really count that. So far out of 5, we got 3 hits. Yakuso no Neverland, Promised Neverland. That's a pretty damn big hit. So we got 4 out of 6 so far. That's a lot of hits right there. Maho no Moribito. Don't know what that is. Yeah, no idea. Chainsaw Man, once it gets an anime, I'm pretty sure that that's going to blow up. Like the editor even noted, like, yo, that's like Chainsaw Man has the spirit, I've said it before and I'll say it again, of Gintama. The comedy is great, but when it gets serious, boy, shit gets real. And I think Chainsaw Man in the future will be a massive success. As it stands right now, it's not a hit yet, but it got a lot of potential. So let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 hits so far still. Jujutsu Kaisen, that is going to be humongous, and I would argue already, as much as it's selling, it's already a hit without even an anime, so I'm going to count that in the hit department as well. I mean, Chainsaw Man, again, you could technically argue, but it's still not quite like Jujutsu Kaisen without an anime. It's selling great. It's doing amazing. So I'm going to throw Jujutsu Kaisen in there. Undead Unluck, too new to really say. I enjoy it, but I can't regard it as a hit. Act Age, another one that they're saying is a pretty successful one. I know it just got greenlit for an anime. I mean, it's popular, and I'm sure there's going to be somebody in the comments that is going to say, Funab, what are you talking about? Act Age is humongous, and I'm sure it is, but in terms of like sales comparing to other stuff, I haven't seen Act Age like that. I want to put Act Age, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Chainsaw Man as 3 soon-to-be pretty damn successful hits. So let's because they're so new and neither one of these 3 have an anime yet, let's put all of them on the side for now. How's that, to make it a little bit fair? So Chainsaw Man, Jujutsu Kaisen, Act Age, all potential massive hits. Jujutsu Kaisen, again, I already feel like personally it's a hit, but that's just me. Yuragiso no Yuna-san, I've heard of it, but even if it's successful, it's nothing like a hit per se. Black Clover, it's a hit. It's not as big of a hit as I would like for it to be, but if you check like what it does in terms of like the property itself, the money that it makes, it was like one of the highest grossing for the publisher in terms of everything outside of like, you know, manga volume sales. Like manga volume sales aren't that great for Black Clover, but it's a huge property, so Black Clover definitely a hit. Shogi Dochu Hizakirige, I butchered that, I'm sure. I want to say, it's a one shot, so we move on from there. A Gravity Boys, I've heard of it, not a hit though. Mitama Sekureti, never heard of it. Yozaku-san Chi no Dai Sakusen, I want to say I've heard of it. I don't think that's a hit, so forgive me on that one. Haikyuu, massive hit. Haikyuu is huge. And there's 2 of this. Haikyuu Boo and Let's Haikyuu. Okay, those are special chapters. But Haikyuu itself, huge hit. Very, very successful. Props to Haikyuu for holding it down for the sports section. Samurai 8, nowhere close to a hit right now. So much potential. When that anime comes, we'll be talking differently. But as it stands right now, definitely not a hit. And Zip Man is a new one by the assistant or former assistant of My Hero Academia, but not a hit as well. So with all that being said, let's count them up. We got Demon Slayer, Dr. Stone, My Hero Academia, Promised Neverland, that's 4. Chainsaw, Jujutsu, and Act Age. Again, I put that in like a different category. You want to add it in there, fine, but I feel as though they're soon to be massive hits, if not already. Jujutsu at the very least is a massive hit. Black Clover 5, Haikyuu 6. So we got 6 for sure things. And where's One Piece? I just realized One Piece ain't on this list, but One Piece. Okay, so we got 7 massive hits, or 7 hits at the very least, some of them bigger than others or whatever, and then you add the 3 to come, that's almost 10 big series. Again, maybe they're not selling like what manga used to sell back in the days, because also you got to take into account digital, but Demon Slayer is holding it down. My Hero, huge. One Piece, of course, need I say more about that? Black Clover is doing steady. Haikyuu, humongous. Promised Neverland doing decent. It's interesting that they're desperate for more hits. Maybe these series just aren't performing to the level they want at this particular point, or it could just be that they're just always hungry. They always want that next hit. I mean, I don't blame them. Like, it's a business. It's a, you know, you got to make money and shit like that. But it is interesting to note that despite having 7 to 10 hits, so to speak, they still are looking for more. I'm curious, what does that mean for the future of this? Like, that also kind of puts a lot of series at risk if you think about it. If a series ain't popping off, they're minus Samurai 8 because that's Kishimoto. They're not going to get rid of Kishimoto at all. Like, he's a veteran. They trust him. The bag is probably humongous of what they must have had to pay that man to come back and work for them. So Samurai 8 is probably one of the only ones that, even if it's low tier in the rankings and people aren't that interested right now, it's safe. Similar to like Demon Slayer back in the day. Demon Slayer was always safe because it was like a editorial favorite. Samurai is the same thing, but Zip Man, I could see that on the chopping block if it don't pick up soon, because again, if they're that desperate to get that next hit, they're probably not going to waste much time with some of these new series if they ain't popping off immediately. So it's going to be interesting to see the way things shape out throughout the year for Shonen Jump and the next hits. Curious what you guys think about this, though. Do you think that it's going to get tougher in Shonen Jump? You think that some series are going to go soon because they want to make room for new potential blockbuster smashes? And out of that list of manga that I read, which ones do you think will be on the chopping block soon to leave the magazine so that they could find that next hit that they're so desperate for? And your overall thoughts and expectations for the future of Shonen Jump from this year and beyond. Can't wait to see where the magazine goes. But that is all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Hit that bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links, of course, in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule. Anime and manga for life, boy. Have an awesome day. Peace in.
Everything good always comes to an end. If you stab me in my back, we can never make amends. Trying to move to acceptance, hard to accept it. Mistakes like mirrors, gotta reflect it. I don't wanna fucking leave, but I gotta leave. Leave the maybes to the crazies. Maybe one day there I go, admitting something in a subtle way. No more copies, leave without a trace. Last time, I'ma say last time. Moving on to the future, leave the memories as a pastime. Memories always feel like the worst. Letting all the past, leave it in a hearse. Sometimes I wanna lie, but I don't. Why lie when truthfully you get caught in it? Then usually it's all off and shit. Uncalled for shit. Now I'm off the shit. Maybe lately what I've been facing got me crazy. No, I can't take it. Maybe